What's up guys, BOTCG here, back with another deck profile, and I am profiling my ORFIST Masks deck. We got one new support card, and I tried really hard to fit in like all the cool new cards that ORFIST got, but I ultimately had to take out another new card that we just got from the deck that worked really well with the strategy because there was no more space in this deck because of the mask engine. Bushy Road, give me a new ORFIST, man. Give us a new ORFIST. You're giving us support. Just give us a new ORFIST for, man. You know, I love my mask decks. My mask decks are cool, but I just hate it when they take so much space just like inherently, because you have to have consistency in your mask or your deck just falls apart, which is very unfortunate because this is a really cool card. If like, granted, this could be like alleviated also if we just got the new this can be alleviated also if we got the new type of Dragon Machine support grade 2, which is EB3, grab the order, and then Cannon Blast 1 bind itself to grab the grade 3 mask. But at the same time, like, man, you're just literally changing out one card and then nothing else changes. Like, ORFIST has gotten so many cool support cards that we just straight up can't use because there's no room in the deck. So, yeah, this profile isn't gonna be, like, too out there, in my opinion. The only thing I'm missing is the Grade 1 promo, but that hasn't released in my local game stores yet. But, yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, guys. Let's get into the profile. First, obligatory mask engine. Now, this is one of the more smaller mask engines that I've played in juxtaposition to what most of my Dark States mask decks end up looking like. But, 4 copies of ORFIST Mask, 4 copies of the Mask Searcher, and then 2 masks. And this is a good bridge into our set order world package, which I am only playing 8. I felt like 8 was a good number. I don't feel like we need to run 10 or 9 anymore. I almost want to run 7, but again, like, it's really, like, finding room in this deck for everything you want is really difficult, in my opinion at least. So we're playing 2 copies of Overcoming Eternity, just to boost up our tokens when we call them. 1, Nobody Knows, just for the different name, because this deck still cares about different names, even though necessarily ORFIST Moors doesn't care about different names. 1, Eclipse Moonlight. I cut this down from the last list just because of like what the new card provides. We don't need Eclipse Moonlight as much. We would just prefer the Howling Moonlight, which just lets us straight up draw a card. So that is all of the world orders that we are playing for this deck. Now we can get into the actual normal supporting units, the bread and butter, one might say. 4 copies of Polar Axis Dragon. Man, this was a ham sandwich of a card when it came out. Still a ham sandwich of a card in the deck. You gotta play it, man, even if you're not playing Mask, which I have seen some lists with the new Grade 1 just straight up not playing Mask, but I don't know how viable that is. I guess I'll find out when it comes out, but I really do think that Regis has aged, unless we get some really cool, like, discard, more cards like Polar Axis Dragon that benefit from being discarded or called on top of. For Regis, maybe then Regis can work by itself, but I just think we just straight up need a new Grade 3 man, which I think we are getting very soon, because I feel like if Prison's getting supported, then how my boy's not getting supported, but I digress. 4 copies of Raffalog. This is technically a part of your mask engine, because this can search top 7 for any Grade 3 card or a World Order card, and it adds it to your hand, which is very nice for this deck. And it's added shield, which is also an added benefit to this deck because you are running so many cards without shield. Granted, the way that this deck generally works, you can more often than not pull out all the cards without shield before it becomes too big of an issue. But, yeah, man, you're running a lot of cards without shield in this deck. And then 4 copies of the new card that we got, Delcomaris. Man, Delcomaris is a house of a card, guys. Not only does this work, it works, when we get that new Grade 1 order, it's going to work on turn 1. But right now, it only works when you have an order in the order zone, when you're in Dark Knight or Abyssal Dark Knight, which is, like, turn 2. This will work by turn 2, which is really great if you're going first or second, because by turn 2, they'll be on like I'm getting ahead of myself. On call, if you're Dark Knight or Abyssal Dark Knight, start your deck for a World Order, dump it into your bin, and then it gets plus 2k to the end of turn. So it's a 10k beater or 10k booster for that turn, which is really great in the early game. Really applies that that added early game that ORFIST had back in the day that we really don't have now. It adds it to the deck again, which I really like. And then it has a drop zone effect of Act. If you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard of ORFIST in its card name, EB2, so we're using more energy. So now Raffalog is EB3, this is EB2. EB2, bind this card and call a Shadow Army token a rear guard. Man, oh man, what a ham sandwich of a card, guys. This replaced the child card that ORFIST Moors was originally playing, that on call, if you have a Vanguard of ORFIST Moors, I think it was CB1, dump a World Order, and then if you called on top of it, make a Shadow Army token. This is just way smoother because it doesn't cost a CB at all, and you can use this virtually any stage of the game. But this is the main core of the deck, guys. Let's get on to the rest of it. Just for DPGs, I don't think you can run a Blitz PG if you really want to. I don't think it makes much of a difference. I don't think in this deck that your hand is going to be too giant, in my opinion. So I'm just making the conscious decision to play 4 DPGs over the 1 Elementaria. 1 Brant Gate Overtrigger, still the best Overtrigger in D standard, don't at me. I'm playing 3 copies of the Into Soul Fronts just because Polar Axis Soul Blast. We have 3 different World Orders at Soul Blast. Your grade 2 Soul Blasts. So we use quite a bit of Soul. So I thought that this could help alleviate some of that, even though we are playing orders for free. But I do recall while playing this deck that there was certain instances where I was hurting for Soul. 4 Into Soul crits. 4 regular crits, and then 4 regular heals. And that is it for my ORFIST deck profile, guys. Again, it was kind of a short one because there really wasn't much. Like, there was 1 card different in this deck, which it really sucks, but it is what it is. I just hope this Bushiroad, like, freaking we get a new grade 3, because that's what we need. We need a new grade 3, guys. If we get a new grade 3, it opens like so many doors for this deck, because now if you get a new grade 3, that opens up at least 7 cards in the deck that can be anything, which is so huge for this deck. It's so huge. But again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, guys. I'll see y'all in the next one.